Raggedy Dead Ann, and you're watching Die, Dolly, Die on HorrorHound TV, your source for all things horror. We're going to start today's episode with some interesting facts I discovered about one of my all-time favorite horror films, Halloween. After that, we're going on a freaky field trip, and I'll wrap it up with a very special guest. If you love this video and want to see more videos, just slash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Horror movies just don't come any simpler or more effective than Halloween. Director John Carpenter's 1978 classic that helped create and inspire the slasher genre, and of course, created one of the most popular villains and costumes of all time. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Cut them off.
Halloween sends chills down our spines with nothing more than a few piano notes and long shots of the masked Michael Myers looming in the background, stalking his victims. Ooh, creepy. I like creepy. The franchise primarily focuses on serial killer Michael Myers, who was committed to a sanitarium as a child for the murder of his sister, Judith Myers. 15 years later, he escapes to stalk and kill the people of fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois. Michael's killings primarily occur on Halloween. Huh, sounds like a regular day in Raggedy Dead Ann land. The original Halloween was written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill and directed by Carpenter himself. But I bet that not even the deepest horror fans will know all the freaky facts that we're going to count down today. Let's get started! Where'd you guys go? Oh, there you are! The opening credits set the mood with an image of a jack-o'-lantern and the movie's theme song, which instantly communicates that Michael Myers is on his way and that you should not underestimate him. The thing about that theme song is John Carpenter scored it for the movie himself and then thought to give it its own credit, as if it were an actor in the film. The theme plays 6 different times throughout the film, along with several variations of the theme itself. After seeing Carpenter's assault on Precinct 13, Syrian-American financier Mustafa Akkad put up the $300,000 budget for the director to make a movie about a psychopath who stalks babysitters. I could stalk babysitters, I do it all the time! Where's my movie check?
The check is in the mail.
Today, after the passing of Mustafa in 2005, the Akkad family is still involved with production of movies in the franchise. Seems hard to fathom now, but Halloween was Jamie Lee Curtis's feature film debut. Curtis, of course, is the daughter of Janet Leigh, who had one of the most memorable roles in a scary movie ever with Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. If you look closely, Myers' knife of choice even resembles the one used in Hitchcock's classic. Halloween is mainly set in Haddonfield, Illinois, the sleepy Midwestern town where young Michael Myers begins his murderous mayhem. He later escapes from a hospital in Smith Grove, Illinois. Both places are fictional, but Smith Grove, Kentucky is close to where John Carpenter grew up in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Haddonfield is a reference to co-writer and producer Deborah Hill's hometown of Haddonfield, New Jersey. And the shooting location for the haunting Michael Myers home was actually Pasadena, California. You know, I like to slice it up as much as the next evil psychopath. That's one big hunting ground. Right from the beginning, we watch a 6-year-old Myers put on a clown mask that was discarded on the floor in the opening Halloween scene, just before he tragically kills his own sister Judith, of course. Pretty darn sure that if I would have slasher sat for young Mikey, we would have been bestest of buddies.
I doubt it.
Though the masks help make Myers seem human-like, it also seems to somehow make him beyond human thought and reason. co-writer Deborah Hill was quoted saying, "This idea was to make him almost humorless, faceless. This sort of pale visage that could resemble a human or not." All of the murders we see happen in the original Halloween are tied to sexual activity. Sexual activity. Myers stabs his sister to death after she's been fooling around with a boy. Naughty. Later, Annie, Linda, and Bob all suffer similar fates after they disrobed or slept together. All in all, Mr. Myers might be a bit of a prude. While she's in high school class and Myers is lurking outside, Laurie answers a teacher's question about destiny. She says Costain wrote that fate was somehow related to religion, where Samuels felt that fate was like a natural element, like earth, air, fire, and water. It might seem like filler dialogue, but it speaks to how Myers is constantly driven back, including in later movies. You can see Loomis looking at a matchbook in a car with his colleague Marion Chambers early in the movie. It says, "The Rabbit in Red Lounge." Loomis later finds the same matchbook after Myers steals the car, which helps lead him to the killer. The Rabbit in Red Lounge nightclub makes an appearance in Rob Zombie's 2007 reboot of Halloween, as a place where Myers' mother works as a dancer. We barely see Myers in profile as he jumps on top of the car outside the hospital where he's being held in the movie. But you get a much better look at his face when Laurie pulls off his mask near the end. That is the face of actor Tony Moran, who didn't go on to do any of the sequels, though he still became a cult icon. The masked Myers is played by Nick Castle, whose credit is simply as The Shape. As Halloween didn't have a lot of money to go around, its art director Tommy Lee Wallace bought a cheap mask at a costume store, which happened to be of William Shatner's Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Apparently, the mask didn't look much like Shatner anyway, which worked for the best. The filmmakers painted it and adjusted the eye holes and provided the unsettling visage for the maniac we all know and love today. Michael almost had a completely different look, however, as there was another mask purchased by Tommy Lee Wallace that made it as far as screen testing. That mask was the sad-faced clown portrayed by Emmett Kelly. Who knows what would have become of Halloween if the clown mask would have been utilized? Doesn't look like Michael Myers. That same Emmett Kelly clown mask did make a return to the big screen in 2008's The Dark Knight as the Joker's mask in the opening bank robbery scene. Halloween has two movie within a movie moments. The teens and the kids they're babysitting are seen watching The Thing from Another World, 1951, and Forbidden Planet, 1956, both of which undoubtedly influenced Carpenter. In fact, Carpenter went on to make The Thing, 1982, an adaptation of Who Goes There, the same novella on which The Thing from Another World is based. It became a running myth in the Halloween franchise that Myers is impossible to kill. In fact, he seems to resurrect himself on the spot, a trope that was reused in many later slasher films. In the first movie, we watch Laurie stab him once, then again in the closet with a clothes hanger, and even with his own knife. Then, Loomis shoots him multiple times, leading him to fall off the second floor of the house. But when Loomis goes to check on the body, Michael is already gone. As little Tommy puts it best, you can't kill the boogeyman. Myers is supposed to be age 6 when Halloween begins in 1963. Then in 1978, he's supposed to be 21 years old. Yet in the end credits, the older Myers is said to be 23. Which is impossible, except of course, in a movie. Raggedy Dead Ann, and this is Dolly. We're here at Foy's costume store, and this is Mike. Hey Mike, what's going on?
Not much. Trying to have a good time today.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been at our store all my life. I'm the third generation. The store's been here 90 years. We've got into Halloween about 40 years ago, and it just gets bigger and bigger every year.
Very awesome. Cool stuff. How long have you guys been open for?
Well, we opened in 1929 as a variety store, then we turned into a variety Halloween store, then we started opening the other little stores, the costume store for adults, costume store for kids, haunted house supply stores. You know, we're into it all.
Cool. What made you want to get in this line of work?
You know, when I was little, it was more of a kids' holiday, and then it turned into the adults have taken it from the kids somewhat, because every kid is now an adult. It was, you know, a small child 50, 60 years ago is an adult now. So they remember how fun it was. You know, when my dad was little, they turned over outhouses and soaked windows. You know, that changed. Now everybody dresses up and goes to parties and has their own party, or has their own haunted house at their house, in their garage or in their house. So things have changed for the better for Halloween.
Oh, let's see. What is your best-selling item, you think?
Best-selling item. Jeez, we sell so many different things. I mean, we sell a lot of adult costumes. We sell a lot of masks. You know, I would say our best thing is masks.
Oh, I like masks.
We have 800 different masks on display at our store, and they're year-round. We're open 6 days a week and all through the year. But every kind of mask. Last year, anything Michael Myers was unbelievable. They begged me to get more Michael Myers in. We had 20 different kinds of Michael Myers and sold out of every one.
I bet.
It was, but Michael Myers was the year last year.
Yeah, cool. You know what? Let's take a look around the store for a minute and see what else is cool around here.
Sure, a lot of things to see.
Very cool. Oh, blingy. Oh, sorry. Love all this stuff.
You forgot about me.
I did, I'm sorry. So just out of curiosity, has anything weird or interesting or unusual happened here?
All the time. We had a shoplifter in the store 27 years ago, and the shoplifter wanted to talk to me in my office after I approached him, and he had done it multiple times. My employees told me about it, and this time I saw it. So said, yeah, let's go to my office. And so we went down to my office, and within 1 minute he went into cardiac arrest and died. And paramedics came, the police came, and I thought my dad had been gone for 4 years then. And I thought, you're here your whole life, and it happens to me, not you. But so many different things have happened. I mean, I've had masks fall on me at 2 a.m, noises that I've heard. I can hear the creaking of the wood. You know, I know somebody did it, but there was no humans there. And I go upstairs and there's nobody there, so I know there's people. And it was an ordeal. Spirits. There's things in our stores that I think they feel at home here, so they stay around for a while.
Very, very neat. Well, let's check out the rest of the store then.
Oh, sure. Cut.
So, I have a quick question before I go. Are you hiring?
I think we can try you out.
Yeah. Oh, goody.
Thanks, Raggedy Dead Ann. I appreciate you coming in today, but you're not allowed to come back.
Oh,
I was just kidding. No, your smile's back on your face. I wasn't sure if you could frown because you're always smiling. But thank you very much for coming in, and you're welcome anytime.
Oh, thank you. See you later.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
You've left your axe.
Oh.
Unless I can keep it.
You know.
Oh.
and superstar, Mick Foley.
Nice to see you again, Raggedy Dead Ann.
Nice to see you as always. Welcome to my tea party. Would you like some tea?
No.
No?
No, I'm just going to try to do this interview and get out of here with
Okay.
my soul intact.
Okay.
You scare me.
Oh, good.
Okay, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys will also know him as Cactus Jack,
Yes.
Mankind,
True.
and Love, right?
I was all three of those, and you know what was fun, Raggedy Dead Ann? I had a chance to portray the Mankind character today for photo ops, which I had not done in a long time, a number of years. And it was exciting. You should have been there. Would have made for a nice photo.
Yeah? Well, I'm sure we'll get more photos
Tomorrow
together.
as Dude Love?
Yes!
All right, okay.
That would be awesome. Yes.
The women love the dude, even the dead women.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I have somebody I want you to meet. This is Raggedy Dead Sacco. Hi.
That's a thing of beauty there.
Aw, thanks.
You told me yesterday you had a special surprise for me.
Yep.
I did not guess it would be that special.
This is she. Hi,
A lot
sir.
of work went into that, and it's much appreciated.
Aw, thank you. Okay, I have a question too. Let's see. Well, out of all the people you've ever wrestled,
Yeah.
who was your favorite person to wrestle? Oh.
He might be your favorite wrestler because he was a dead wrestler. He was a dead man.
Oh, I
Right?
love The Undertaker.
How incredible was The Undertaker?
Oh, yeah.
People thought that I was kidding when I would say there was never a single night where I didn't get goosebumps. When that bell or gong or whatever it was
Yeah.
went off, I get goosebumps every single night. There was just something so surreal about wrestling The Undertaker. So he was probably my favorite opponent of all time. Yes.
Now, I know that there was a lot of stuff that went on during, while you wrestled and stuff. What was your most memorable moment?
Well, did you know, Raggedy Dead Ann, I defeated a young man named Dwayne Johnson in late December 1998, and now that man is the biggest star in the world, and I defeated him twice. Yeah. So that first time, we call it the night the channels changed because so many people switched over from our competition, World Championship Wrestling, over to us, WWF at the time. And it was a great, joyous celebration, and I can also prove to my children that I defeated the biggest star in the world. Yes.
That's impressive, right? Yeah. So let's see. What do you want to ask him? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Just out of curiosity, if you were a toy, what kind of toy would you be?
Oh, I would be Charlie in the Box. Yeah, I would like to disprove the theory, when they go, nobody wants to play with a Charlie in the box.
Oh.
And then, do you remember Raggedy Dead Ann when you would then it was very somber night on the Island of Misfit Toys. Then you hear the jingling of Santa's sleigh bells off in the distance. And even as an adult, I would get goosebumps, realizing those toys were going to find a home. I'd like to be Charlie in the Box, prove the adage that no one wants to play with a Charlie in the Box wrong, and maybe just change my name to Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
That's who I would be. Or maybe the cowboy who rides an ostrich. It would undoubtedly be one of the toys on the Island of Misfit Toys. Do you like that?
I do like that. Do you
You
like that?
would make
Yeah,
a
I do like
great Misfit toy.
that. Aw.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, Mick's so sweet. Well, is there anything new that you got going on?
Oh, let me see. Not really, Raggedy Dead Ann. I enjoy coming here. I will have a spot of tea.
You will have
Once we
some?
wrap up, yeah, why not have a spot of tea and laugh about old times? And I'm just looking forward to seeing people along the way. There's always a new project. And when I have one, you will be the first to know.
Aw, yay, sounds
Yeah.
good. Thank you so much for being on my tea party show.
Thank you.
Have some. Go for it. I only spiked it a little. Just a little.
People, let me tell you about my best friend.
That's it for this week's Die Dolly Die. Hope you found it educational. Make sure you grab that like button and subscribe buttons now, and you'll never miss out again. And if you don't, you may pay the Raggedy Dead Ann way. Until next time, this is Raggedy Dead Ann. Keep on creeping